Today we're gonna present to you our game proposals for our merit and thesis. Our first game, Wordly, a turn-based game. So, Wordly is a 2D word puzzle game mixed with role-playing game or RPG elements. The game is inspired by Bookworm, Scrabble, and Pokemon. In Wordly, players assume the role of the protagonist on a mission to save the world from Dr. Renaissance, who reanimated objects or weapons that brought them to life. The goal of the game is to defeat the enemies, to make your character strong enough for your character to defeat the final boss, Dr. Renaissance. The purpose of the game. The purpose of the game is to unify both the educational genre of word puzzle games while still enjoying the action of RPG elements in the game. For the past years, game developers are eager to find ways to combine game genres for users to enjoy a unique game. As a student, we are motivated by our fellow game developers to make games that will be enjoyed by many. The objective of this game is to make the users enjoy the game by its game features, game goals, and gameplay while still learning the words and tawag dito, and to boost the vocabulary of the users. Review of related games. Our first review of the related games is Bookworm. Bookworm is a word puzzle game that the game mechanic is to create words, and when you create words, you gain points. But the game flow is it is repetitive and it has no end. Our second game review is Scrabble. Scrabble originated from the board game Scrabble, but later on game developers seek to find a way to create a game to create Scrabble into a PC game. Our third game is Pokemon. Pokemon is as a millennial individual, it is the game of our childhood. Pokemon is a adventure turn-based RPG game that the protagonist acts as a Pokemon trainer and ventures to the world of Pokemon to be a Pokemon master. Key game features. So, Wordly is a word puzzle game. It has a variety of difficulties. The scoring system for this game is the more words you construct and the more harder the words that you make, the higher the points you get. So this game, it is a mix of word puzzle game with turn-based RPG style of battle. It has dynamic boss battles and collectible items. It also the user does not need to move the character because it is based on a automated game flow, and also it has a health system. Limitations. Although the game has a variety of mechanics and gameplay, the game also has its limitations, for it is time-consuming for the developers to develop such game. The words will be limited to 700 words. Some are hard to construct, some are easy, and some are average. The levels will also be limited to 5 per word. There will be a total of 3 words. Mechanics. The mechanics of the game is to defeat enemies by constructing words and use them to attack. The more complicated the words are, the more damage your character deals to the enemy. There's a 4x4 grid of letter tiles for the player to use to make words, and they will fill up as you use them. If the player is having a hard time constructing words, there's a jumble button that refreshes your tile grid at the cost of ending your turn. The minimum letters of the word the player can input is 3 letters. So, this is the specific baseline for how much damage the player will do depending on how long your word is. So if the character constructs a 3-letter word, you deal 0.5 hearts damage to the enemy. And that is that is based on the health system. The more letters the word have, the more damage you deal to the enemy. Our target platform for this specific game is computer. Why computer? Because sometimes in the mobile version of the game, there will be compatibility issues and some bugs will be found there. Unlike computer, it will be smooth because computers use Windows as OS and some are using Mac. This is our hypo for this game, Wordly. So the game Wordly starts with a tutorial. This this is how we will teach how to play the game. Then after the tutorial, you will proceed to the World 1. The World 1 consists of 5 levels. Every ending of the level have a boss battle, and the game has a total of 3 worlds. At the final level of the final world, there will be the final boss level, which the character need to defeat Dr. Renaissance, who is causing trouble for the protagonist. So this is our sample title of the game. This is the tutorial level of the game. And this is the first environment for the first stage. This is the second environment for the second stage, and this is the third environment for the third stage. Each stage consists of 5 levels. This is level 1. This is just as an example for level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and a mini boss fight. Then after you defeat the mini boss, you will proceed to the next stage. Then this is level 1, again, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, then a boss battle. At the end of the stage and the end of the level, there will be the final boss battle. You will battle out Dr. Renaissance, who reanimated the objects that brought them to life.